And I'm alive. Yes, folks, I'm still alive despite all possibility that I might not be. what a week, what a month, what a year. Well, I don't know where to start. Where do we start? Do we start with the most recent stuff that's happened to me, or the recent stuff that's happened to everyone else in this world? I think I'll start with me first. Um, I'm a human being, and living with an illness, a disorder, a disability that's making life hard. Making it hard for me to be the person I want to be, to accomplish the things I wanted to do in life, to be able to juggle as many things as I want to juggle. And even now, I realize that I wasn't even doing a good job back then either. I just didn't know it at the time. What a funny thing about life and experience. Like John Lennon says, I keep saying this, and it's really a truism. Life is what happens to you while you're busy making other plans. I don't think John, when he sang that song, realized how not profound would it be for him and his brief life, but was going to be profound for everyone. It's a truism. He had created a truism without even intending to create one. How does that apply to me? Well, how does that apply to me? Well, as you know, I'm attempting to keep this channel going and hopefully build an audience, which ultimately I love to do, and hopefully have someone to pass on the legacy of this channel if it does carry on after I'm gone. But while it's here and while I'm here, I hope to at least entertain, inform you, educate you a little bit, maybe a little bit of all three. And on the spirit of that type of thing, one of the things I attempted to change, and I'm still working on, is the idea of not just coming on here like this and an impromptu thing, recording out of the blue without any sort of script or any idea what I'm saying, where the possibility of me repeating something might happen. I will do my level best not to do that tonight. I'll keep my level best to keep myself on track, get the ideas out there I want quickly as possible, and move on to the next one, therefore avoiding that whole jargon of having to listen to me draw about things twice, 3 times, or 4 times, as many people in my life report to me often. So let's just straight down to street business. Today is August 1st, 2024. Another year. The day after my 11th month anniversary of this year. Coming up 7th year of my relationship with the love of my life. The woman has saved me from myself, which made me realize that life is still worth living, and I still have so much to give left, even though some days I don't always feel like I do. The one that believes me, even though sometimes I don't believe myself. And that is something that's important to have. I think more of us need to have someone like that who believes in us in spite of all the circumstances of life, in spite of all that we've done or haven't done in life, in spite of how we accomplish and haven't accomplished in life. There's someone that says, you know what, I believe in you as long as you believe in you. I believe you will accomplish great things as long as you are determined to, and I will stand by you no matter what. My love for you and my support for you is unconditional. How many of us have that? How many of us have a person that unconditionally involved in our lives? But it's not just one way thing. She needed just like as much as I did. She needed that same sort of assurance of unconditional love and support no matter what she was going through. Because the fact is, let's say the truth, life is not fair. Life is not fair to any of us. Not even the ones that seem to think they got it well off, because you know, ultimately, you can have as much as you want in the world, you can be as rich as you want in the world, you can have all the money and power in the world, but in the end of the day, you're gonna just die like the rest of us. You may be able to avoid it a little bit longer with the money you have through medical science and that, but let's face it, ultimately, in the end, no matter how much money you had, no matter how much technology you have, no matter where in the world you're in, we all live, we're all born, and then we die. Simple as that. And none of us know exactly when that's going to happen. That's the great mystery of life. Not knowing not knowing, but not knowing. I'd rather not know when I'm going to die than know. I'd rather not know that I may die sooner than I should. I'd rather not know that I'm going to die at all. But you know what? A lot of us, unfortunately, in certain ways, already know that to a certain degree that we are going to die someday, somehow, in some way. We're going to die. All we got left is the legacy we leave behind, and the people that love us, and the people that remember us. And on that note, I decided that one of the things I learned, one lesson in my life that took me a long time to figure out, is that knowledge and knowing what you're doing is more important than just doing it. So what I've decided to do is to start pretending I know what I know and do as much as I can that I do know. Figure out what I don't know and decide what things I can't do because I don't know enough or just don't have enough time. Maybe I also have to do one other thing. Sometimes when you don't want to totally give up on something, you find others that are willing to carry the torch for you, to take on the load, to carry it forward for you, to advance it. Many of the people on these channels, many YouTube channels there, don't do this on their own. They have spouses and friends and family and sometimes even employees that do all the tasks involved. It's a very, very complex operation. It's not just sitting in front of here like I do. Sit down in front and do this. My logo, designed partly by my brother Kevin. I helped to fix part of it, but we worked together on that as a project, in spite of the fact that he has a life. He has projects of his own. He has his own aspirations and that he did. The logo for the corporate logo was originally a collaboration between him and me. Mostly him at first. He did with a lot of design ideas, but ultimately I had to bring it over the goal line. I had to decide what to do, how I was going to execute it, because he had a vision of one way going. I had a different vision, and at the end of the day, I had to decide which vision was more important, mine or his. So I honored the spirit of much of the design elements he had in it that were carried over for many, many years, and made it something of my own. Some might like it, some might not, but it's a dandy, and it's a dandy that I hope to be associated with, just like I got in the t-shirts, back and front. Oh, this one's the front, back, front and back. And our two Loonies, my little two Loonies shirts that are coming out soon. I've got two that will come sometime next week, coming from a printer, just sort of product samples for me to check out and see whether or not I like them up, because I want them to represent this brand in this particular channel. I want to have merchandise like everybody else. I want people to wear the merchandise, not because I say it, not because I sell it to you, not because you want to buy it, but because the fact is you like what I do and you want to tell others that you're proud of it. I mean, it's something to be proud of. Much like the other t-shirt designs, I'm hoping to bring design that I've been talking about for quite some time. My brother came up with a lot of designs, a lot of novelty t-shirt designs that I think are very, very humorous. Some of them might still be humorous, some of them might be out of date. We're going to have to find out. So what I'm going to do, I'm hoping to do in the next couple of weeks, is hoping to update the website, put on those new designs on the store, maybe show some of those designs on the channel over the next couple of weeks before I post them on the store, get some feedback on what people do like and what they don't like. Hope other people go to it and buy them. And if they buy them, ultimately I'll keep coming up with more and maybe be inspired other people to submit designs to me too for that part. So that's one sort of thing I'm still hoping to get back on track and have a lot of excitement about that I haven't really put a lot of time to lately, but I've done some stuff behind the scenes where some of the things have gotten done, but not to. So I hope to also eventually find someone that'll be my social media coordinator, someone that'll take care of the things like worrying about things like Facebook posts and Twitter, all the stuff that I'm never really involved myself with before. I was born before Twitter existed. I was before Facebook. I don't engross myself excessively to writing posts on Twitter like some people do, but I know there's a large target audience of people that do. That may be my audience that might be out there, besides the ones on YouTube, and the fact that I haven't done any YouTube comments or read any YouTube comments exactly, except for a few at one point in time that managed to pop up because I just saw them there. I got an email notice about a bunch of comments about something. Ironically, the comments had nothing to do with the video. It was a complete, utter farcity, I think. Maybe the person was trying to joke me, so I went along with it. So probably the person didn't expect me to go along with it like it was actually part of that I was in on that I didn't get the joke. And I hope that person, whoever it is, enjoyed whatever they did, because I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was absolutely hilarious. The person was making comments that had nothing to do at all with the topic of the video, absolutely nothing to do with it, but went off on some sort of tangent where it was completely hilarious, and I just went along with the joke, and so did my brother Kevin. We both sort of played into it. So congratulations to that person who thinks they got one over me. They didn't. I thought it was funny. Anyway, that and the fact is, like I said, today's the August 1st. I was hoping to do something yesterday, but we went to go see movies. Like everybody, I was living my life. Tomorrow, yesterday was our anniversary, so we went to see the Deadpool movie. Excellent movie. I'm not going to criticize the movie one way or the other, tell you whether you should go or not. I think it's a decent movie. You can check it out yourself. I think it's worthwhile seeing. I'm not going to do a review on it. Why should I? There's thousands of other people there that have done better reviews and can do much better reviews. They specialize. I'm not a reviewer of movies. This is not. You don't come here to look for my reviews. You don't come here for the reviews. You don't come here for my politics views and doing things like channels like Northern Perspective does and the Pleb and many other channels I watch. Besides, though, down there that I watch a diverse set of channels. I watch channels from U.S. and Canadian sources. I watch a thing called Walk Don't Run, a political channel talking about the current president, or as he calls it, the resident of the United States. Well, I think it's actually a good way of representing it. It's kind of humorous. Now, whether you believe Kamala Harris is a good person to be president of the United States or Donald Trump, either way, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it counts that you vote for them. I'm talking about the mayor, anyone that in the states that might be seeing this. It counts that you vote for them. Just like when we have election in Canada. It doesn't matter whether you like Trudeau or not like Trudeau, whether you like any of the other candidates. The question is, you're in a democracy. You have the right to do anything you want with vote. As much as others might feel you're wasting it, that's okay. That's the democracy. We're not a dictatorship. We need people to vote on their conscience and vote freely for who they want, not because they're afraid that somebody else is going to ridicule for voting a certain way, but vote because they know that it's the right thing to do for them, and the person represents whatever values they have, because ultimately in the democracy, the majority of people win. And if your person that you represents the majority of the people that out there that say that particular person, that person gets in. That's how democracy works. We have to like it. It's not a perfect system. No system is. Like I say, I'm looking to move forward. Starting to do things in my life. I'm starting to look at the things like this channel. Obviously, is improving a little bit. I got the logos on the screen now. I found out how to use the software to put everything together where I can do foreground, background graphics. For me, that's an incredible thing to do because I did not have any clue about the software. I just took the same intuitive approach I've done with everything in my life and just dug in and learned to use it. Am I using it to the best of its ability? Probably not. Like for today, I'm putting audio filters. I didn't know I figured, hey, you got to be some way of filtering out background audio. Well, I found, wait, there's actually a thing called a noise gate. So I enabled the noise gate, put the noise gate on, and presto change. All the noise from my previous videos that would never come up, that probably would notice that I wouldn't hear, it's below the threshold noise, is gone now. So when I go down and stop talking, it drops to minus 60 dB, which is pretty quiet for me. That is really quiet, considering the fact I'm in a basement with all these other things going on. I think that's pretty cool. Technology, isn't it great? So going forward, what's next? Okay, obviously I'm going to continue to push videos on this channel. Hopefully, we're talking more about the situation with our country and situation with my personal life and my opinions on it. And like I say, as I say before, everything I say is commentary based on my own life experience, my own personal opinions. It's not meant to be taken as rote. You don't have to take it as absolute, but you have to do it. I'm telling you to do. I'm not your father, not your mother, not your priest, not your uncle, not your prime minister, not anyone. I'm just a person out here, just like you, on the internet, talking about my truths, my personal truths. My truths might not be your truths. Anything I say can be disputed, and I would love to have a debate on it. I don't profess to tell anybody who's wrong. I did that at one time earlier on in my life, not that long ago actually, and I realized that was wrong too, because the fact is, ultimately, people have to come to their own truths, in spite of what you think of them. In spite of that, you don't think they're truths. For you, they're not truths, but for them, they're still truths. And in order for you to convince someone to look at your way of thinking, they have to make the journey on themselves. They have to make the choice and make the marriage themselves. You can only point the way there. You cannot drive the car. You can give them directions, but you can't steer them. You can't steer them over. So I'm not asking to steer anyone over to my opinions about this, but just to listen to what I have to say with my life experience, and hope it makes a difference to you. Hope it leads you to make a lot better choices than I did. And ultimately, that's all I hope for. That's all I can hope for on this channel, and hope that I can give people a little bit of advice, and then we just guide you on the tour of my life here and how things are going. Anyway, this channel is not the only channel I want to put out. I want to put a couple other channels out there that may be a little bit more possibly controversial or a little bit more generalized in terms of like very short type of thing. I might put a I might have talk about doing a channel called Otherwise Wisdom and being a more sort of a YouTube Shorts type thing. I know the Shorts thing is becoming a real big deal now in the YouTube community. And also, I may start doing little promo ads for these channels because ultimately those are the same sorts of things that people do. I do not think I want to do, nor will I propose to do clickbait. I think clickbait, as much as I think it's effective in getting people to go to the videos and watch them, I think it's a little bit on the deceptive side to some degree because what it does, it leads people to a video that may not be about what it says the clickbait's about. Or may be not necessarily misleading, but they do it in a sense that they don't talk about what it is. I've seen many videos where the thing that drew you to the video originally is something you need to talk about at the very absolute end of the thing to keep your attention, to bait you to stay on for the whole thing, or hardly at all. And then you find that the video is not even about that. And you feel like, I'm let down. I wasted all my time watching this video, waiting to get to the section. I want people to come to my videos because the topics are interesting. The subject is interesting. I have something to say that's valuable to you and important to you to know about, and that we can share a dialogue and discussion on here. Because let's say this is the great thing about the internet is I can reach out to more people now on this medium that I could have ever reached out to in my entire lifetime. That's amazing. When I grew up, this is the type of thing, we didn't have this type of technology. We started out with both BBSs, was the phones, and then we went to BBSs, and then from BBSs we went to chat things on the early internet, and now we got whole channels where people can publish their opinions and even do live stream where people can interact live. So you have the best of both worlds, not just a video chat, but you have an interactive thing there. People from all over can see what's going on and can participate in the whole thing. That I would love to do. I'd love to have a live chat, but I'd build an audience. So hopefully there's people out there who like the things I'm doing and want to see more, but have some suggestions of what things I might want to that they might want to hear me talk about. Please feel free to talk to me. Feel free to give me a fish. That's info@intimemedia.ca. That's info@intimemedia.ca is my email address. Or if you want to leave it in the comment section, I hope to get around to it. But leave it in my email if you really want to get to me, because I'm going to scout the emails on a more regular basis to get things, topics for that in discussion, and hope to interact with somebody out there instead of just the 7 people that managed to watch this thing who are subscribed to it. I hope that maybe other people just start listening to it and get something out of it. So, what in conclusion, like I said, I apologize for the fact that my life is complicated and that I'm not like some people that produce content on a massive basis all the time because they're obviously pursuing the next story or the next headline or the next movie review or the next whatever. I'm just reacting to things as they happen. And maybe I should do it more often. Maybe I should have some more planned things. Ultimately, that was my plan, was to record some impromptu recordings on a tape or on a dictation thing, and then organize my ideas, and then eventually get those ideas set up, and then come up with some sort of cohesive presentation for you on this channel. And I think this is what I hope this channel will eventually become. A more scripted, less impromptu performance thing, where I might have a live stream once in a while, where I can be a little loose and free with things and have less of a closed format in terms of what I'm going to be talking about, and we can have some discussions once I have people wanting to discuss and want to participate with each channel on that way. So for now, I want to try and attempt to make it more regimented to some degree. Hope to maybe launch the Otherwise Work channel, which will be like a shorter thing. Maybe look at doing some short videos, or maybe cutting these videos up and making shorts into them to put in the channels as not necessarily clickbait, but just teasers to get people interested to see that I'm there and there's something out there on there, and then maybe help to expand the audience. Maybe some people stay, some people won't, and that's up to them. Like I say, all I'm about the idea of that the internet gives you the freedom to express yourself, whether you like what I have to say or don't want to have to say. Whether you want to listen to what I have to say or not listen. Fine with me. I mean, I want people that want to listen, not want people that just listen for the sake of listening. I know there's a lot of channels out there I will listen to a brief little while and then I'll get bored of them and I'll move to the next one. I'm hoping I'm not one of them. Maybe not. Maybe I will be. Maybe I won't. Anyway, so like I said, there's the idea that I'm going to be working on doing the advertising for the website, the T-shirts, and maybe other products maybe coming out soon, because that was part of my idea, was make a business model where I sell local creations from local artists. That was the impetus of this channel originally. It's the impetus of this whole venture back when I started back in to the early 2000s, 2020s, 19 or something. I can't remember exactly here, but it was early 2000s. I came back from my exile in PEI, and my brother was into music and for a long time, and started up with just recording his sessions on that, and that's where I started. And then eventually when YouTube came along and became a phenomenon, I started, hey, I can just put it up on the YouTube channel. So that's where that started. And I don't know whether people watch the videos, but they're still there for people to watch. And unfortunately, I don't make much revenue for anything. Actually, I don't make any revenue at all, because unfortunately, given the fact that they were a cover band, and even though the videos themselves are original, the fact is the material's not cover original. So the copyright holders in this case are probably the ones, if anyone's watching these videos, are milking it. I'm just getting the ability to know that my work is being viewed by many people out there. And maybe someday I'll still be doing this. Maybe someday I'll be recording original material. Well, I might actually get paid for it, for the production of these videos, and along with, in this case, the artist that produced the material. Because obviously, if it's original material, not only do I get paid, but the people performing get paid. Everybody wins. The power of the people, the power of the internet. That's where I wanted to go with this. And so hopefully that's where I want to end. So right now I have to start putting my ducks in a row and being more consistent with my content and videos. I have to be more concise with what I say, and learn not to repeat myself, just as I just did. I repeated myself there already. I know I did. Sorry about that. I apologize. That's just an example of me just summarizing everything forward. So, with all that, I hope that this channel brings you well, and hopefully you like, comment, and subscribe to my content. There's lots of other content that you can watch from previous videos. There might be something interesting that I talked about earlier that might be something that, or might be inspiration for some other topics that might be even more interesting. As you go, there's my cohort, my loony bugs. I'm hoping they don't cut my videos up because of him. Just because he's there, because of course, the reasons, he's bug buddy. So I guess that's the only way to get around. He's bug bunny. He bugs me and he's a bunny. So it's like that's anyhow. So without that further ado, I'm Mike, and this is my 2 Loonies worth, and I hope to come up with some more original content and have some ideas. And like I said, I hope some people come up with some ideas to come in besides myself, so I'm not the only one. And I hope I can start learning to live my life and not sweat the little shit. That's partly. Learn to live with my life, and learn to let go what I can't do. It's like accept the things you can't change the things you can't accept, and know the distinction and knowing the difference. A good lesson for all of us. Maybe we wouldn't worry so much about life if we just let go of the things that we need to let go of and work towards the things we can. That way we might be able to actually accomplish something. Not much of a novel idea after all, is it? Anyway, until next week, hope to put the video Wednesday. I'm recording this day on a Thursday, actually a Friday, sorry about that. I'm hoping to put it on the internet either tonight or tomorrow. So I know I'm running a bit late, folks, and I apologize for that. I'm hoping to get back to my regular Wednesday, Thursday schedule. I got to get my shit in order, I guess is the best way to describe it, and get my life back in order and get my time back in order, get it all organized again, so I can start producing regular content for the people that do want it, and hopefully there may be more people that want to watch too. Anyway, I'm Mike, and this is my 2 Loonies worth for Friday, August 1st, 2024. Like I said, like, comment, and subscribe. Take care, folks. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.